examples here of people enforcing at different levels. But if you're in any way unsure, you should just scan your own access points. There's an SSID filter to do exactly that. Use non-invasive profiles when it's appropriate. Again, this is probably obvious to any of the security people in the room, but for pen testers, always get permission. Not only permission, but contracts, insurance, those types of things. It seems like about, I don't know, once every 6 months or so, there's some genius who decides to break into somebody's network or break into somebody's wireless, and after the fact, try to get the company to buy that person's services, or even worse, send them a bill for that. Hey, I've just cracked into your network. Give me some money. Well, that's a pretty stupid thing to do if you don't, I'm sure you guys know already, but don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. Especially not with our software. There's a pretty good paper by Sands, how to avoid ethical and legal issues in wireless network discovery. You should read through that. There's, again, this is a very gray area. If you're in any way unsure, only scan your own stuff. Just wanted to say thanks to a bunch of people. Again, Midnight Research Labs, there's a few of us. Jason, who's an engine, Peter wrote the UI. Focus, who's not here today, helped with the discovery engine. Also thanks to Jason for helping me stay up till like 4 a.m. last night burning all these CDs and getting demo stuff set up. Obviously, Hikari and Toorcon, thanks. The Backtrack project, we're going to be included in the next Backtrack City, this tool, and another Midnight Research Labs tool called SEAT, Search Engine Assessment Tool, which is going to, I think, kick the pants off of any other tool. We're going to be talking about that next week at Security Opus. So that's going to be included in Backtrack. Security Opus is in San Francisco, the 4th and the 5th of next week. We couldn't do any of these plugins without tools that exist to do these discrete individual checks. Some of the notable things are, Aircrack NG, WepLab and Cowpatty are all pretty good tools. So thanks to those guys, Jennifer Granick, and all you guys for coming out. I guess first, I was wondering if you guys have any questions, and then we also have a demo. Yes? Yes. We've gotten the discovery engine itself to run on the WIRT, and the next step is to get the plugin engine to run, and that requires setting up some Perl stuff on there. It's a little bit more work, but we can run the basics of it right now. I don't think it would be too difficult to get the rest of it working on there, but optimally, that's one of the use cases for having a a text UI or even a web-based UI, that kind of thing. Jason was just pointing out, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but basically if we have access to some type of external storage, whether through USB or SD, something like that, we can actually get the Perl stuff to run, but Perl's a little too big to run in the Flash, so right now it's not working without some type of external storage. Anybody else? Go ahead. Yeah, I've had a few people ask me that. The question is, when you're on the train running 30 to 60 miles an hour, is there any way to use this to get consistent internet access? The practical answer is no. The reason is that it just too long to associate and connect and try to get access. It will, there is a set of plugins and profiles that will lend itself to doing that, but it's just not fast enough. The Hold Internet plugin will do exactly that. It'll scan and scan and scan until it gets to the internet and stay there connected to that access point, basically until it can't connect to the internet anymore. And then it goes back in and starts, running discovery and starts over to get to the internet again. I haven't really what I need to do is sit down and calculate how slow you need to be moving in order to make sense to do that, but I have the feeling it's pretty slow. Yeah, maybe walking. Walking around your neighborhood. No, you're going to be routing through completely different networks, and you don't even know it's going to be through and those kinds of things. True. If you have like a screen session you can attach to, or any other type of IRC proxy or something. The question was, can I make persistent connections across these, and not without external support for whatever you're trying to run is the answer. Anybody else? That's a very good question. We can lead into demo mode. Oops, there's the questions. This was actually about 2 minutes after war driving through the Jack-in-the-Box drive-through. What's that? That's a boo bucket in the corner, indeed. So, yeah, this is obviously the future. Yeah, the future of Wicrawl. Okay. So, I can't actually see very well what's going on, so I'm going to try to start this up from here. This is Wicrawl. What we're going to have a relatively simple example. First thing to do is set up a filter for exactly the access points that we have here, and then I've created a profile specifically for Toorcon just to show the plugins that we want to run, which are some basic set of association things, and then we have a Nessus plugin that's actually going to, assuming that we can associate to our own access points, which works about, 75–80% of the time, we will actually default it just scans the access point, or actually, in this case, the default gateway of what we're trying to run. So we have that. I just right now have the internal card. We pick here which card we want to use for monitor, and then also which card we want to use for plugins. Here's the different set of plugins that we have in this version. A bunch of stuff. And should I kick? I'm going to filter it on ours. Yeah. Only on SSID right now. Yeah, if you're scanning Linksys, I should have installed. I didn't install the text-to-speech stuff. Is dependent on flight, which is kind of fun, but I didn't install that on the system beforehand. Okay, so what's going on now? On the bottom here, you can see it running. You can see it trying to connect. At the top here, you can see the status. We can see the SSID, the different information, the plugin that we're running, and the event level, I guess, that we're at right now. So, what's it say? Should have been a little more selective about my filter, I guess, but we'll see if we can. Yeah, I'm not going to expand the rest of that column there. So what you could see going on there is that it's going from plugin to plugin, and it's trying to run those different plugins against these different access points. We can see in the plugin information here that here's the access point that we have. Here is the here's the plugin set that we've run against it. So we've done the text-to-speech. We've randomized. What's going on here with my little droppy down thing? I'm not sure why it's not dropping down. This is the curse of the demo, I'm certain. Anybody see the... This is weird, we can't see the plugin output. In what you're supposed to see, so under each one of these plugins, there's the plugin output itself. So theoretically, just behind this drop-down box, there's a juicy Nessus scan waiting for us. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to stop the scanning. You can see all kinds of stuff. I actually have the bottom in debug mode here, or most verbose, I guess. So you can see, you know, each IPC message as we're doing it here. But oh well, that's why. So the Nessus plugin said that it couldn't find the IP address. It tries to look at the local network and find the IP address of what we're trying to connect to. We can. Whew. should we be dangerous and see what all is out here? Okay. Be responsible here and change back at least to the default plugins, which are the non-invasive plugins. We're just trying to associate and those types of things. I'm going to open up the floodgates for embarrassment, and what I should have done is brought, you know, a giant antenna and. Let's see if we can associate to the Toorcon one here. Does anybody in the room have an idea how many there should be around here? No, I mean, like, you know, have you run Kismet or something and seen, is there a list? Okay. I guess there's like free advertisement here now, I don't know. So it's not running the plugins right now because we continue to find access points. With the scheduling algorithm, I told it all, which means wait for some timeout based on until the last access point that we've found. And it's going to, okay, now it waited some, you know, I think it's 10 or 15 seconds, and now it's continuing to, did it get to the internet through the TC8 one there? Okay, so that's good. We have an access point through, so check internet. Okay, so we were able to get an IP, we were able to associate, get an IP address, but then once we got an IP address, we were unable to get, you know, route out to the network. Sorry? The internet. What? Oh, well, that would. Well, as you can probably guess, I'm pretty sure every single con access point has varying levels of being on the internet. But so for some of you it might work, and some of you it won't. But the answer to the question is, does it say what the failure is? The internet check. This internet check plugin is a very simple one. It tries to ping out